Hey there, YouTube. It's your boy B3 back with another kicking movie reaction review. This one's been a long time coming. We've reviewed several films from the Halloween franchise, and today we are reviewing the Michael Myers absent one, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. So, this is the only film in the anthology series, and like in the continuity of this film, Halloween and Halloween 2 are like actual fictional narratives as we see on a television. But this is actually, like, this might actually be my favorite of the ones I've seen. To be completely honest, I really loved Halloween 3. There's a part of me that's like, oh, they actually tried to do something different before bringing Michael Myers back, and then people didn't like it, and they demanded Michael Myers back, so they brought him back. But, you know, there's this part of me that's like, it takes a lot of integrity to be willing to leave Michael Myers dead after the great reception of the first two films. But then there's another part of me that's like, a little weird to keep the film series going without, you know, that continuity. And it's almost like they want to keep the title of the film series for its marquee value, which isn't as integral, but still I think overall it's a pretty integral move. And this film is about a divorced doctor who's supposed to like take his kids trick-or-treating on Halloween, and there are these really nice masks that are all the rage. And his kids get them, and they're supposed to go out trick-or-treating, as I said, but he starts kind of investigating something. Like, there's this kind of like assassination at the hospital he works at, kind of, and he has to go to this small town to the factory that makes the masks, and there's like this big, like, magical conspiracy where the crazed millionaire that owns the place has stolen like Stonehenge or something. And the masks all have this thing in them that's going to like kill all the children, because the children are supposed to put on their masks and watch this televised broadcast, and the broadcast is supposed to be like a sweepstakes for those who have the masks. But it's a trick. The broadcast activates the masks, which like makes the children, it makes like venomous and poisonous creatures bust out of them, like snakes and stuff, and then those creatures get real aggressive and like sting and bite anyone else that's around to kill them, and it's like this huge sacrifice he's making to these dark gods or whatever. It's real campy shit, and he has like an army of robots. It's pretty insane. It's actually pretty insane. I really loved it. I love these kind of just like hokey Halloween-y horror movies that are just like, it's just a crazy film. They didn't even really try to ground it or anything. It's just super fun. And I'm glad that, because I mean, this film I do believe did quite poorly when it came out. But now, you know, people I know seem to really appreciate this film nowadays. And I do think that's very good. There's one part where our lady lead gets replaced with a robot, and you don't realize it because she's not talking at first. And it's like, oh, okay, she's not talking because they're sneaking around and they got to be quiet. And then once they escape, you know, she turns on him. And my question is, why doesn't she just immediately kill him when he breaks her out? Like, she's clearly a decoy because they got rid of the actual woman. So why not just have her kill our lead? I can't remember anyone's name. I don't remember a single name from this film. Why not just kill him? But no, she like follows along with his plan, and then once he's almost stopped them, then she turns on him, which is really weird, but it made for a fun little reveal because I didn't see it coming. I straight up didn't see it coming. And then the end of the film, I actually think is really, really good. He finally gets to a phone, and there are 3 stations broadcasting the signal, and he's telling the stations that people are going to die if they don't stop it. And he's begging them to cut the broadcast. 2 stations cut the broadcast. one station doesn't. And the film ends with him just screaming into the phone, begging them to stop it. And then it just goes to credits. And you don't know if the last station stopped broadcasting or not. You don't know if a bunch of children died. And it's like, it takes the wind out of you because you're like holding your breath. Like, is he going to get it? Is he going to get that last station down? And then it ends and you're like, ah! Really, oh God, that felt so cool. And then, you know, another thing about that is people who would think the movie was better if it ended with, you know, the signal going out can pretend that's what happened. And then people who would rather the signal be stopped and that would be the better ending for them can pretend that what happens. So you can kind of just input the ending you want into your head, which is pretty cool. But wow, ooh, I really enjoyed this film. You know, it's got some neat little effects. It's not really scary, but it is pure fun. It is a pure fun film. I really enjoyed it. To be completely honest, I'm not a big fan of the Halloween franchise. Not a big fan of slashers in general. But, you know, this is a classic franchise, so I am trying to go through all of them, even the Rob Zombie ones I'll get to eventually. But this is my favorite one. Out of the 5 I've seen, this one's my favorite. And I'll get to Halloween Ends eventually. I was going to see it in theaters, but I just haven't. I just didn't do it. But that's it. I really adored this film. Definitely check it out. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I will be seeing you all, you guessed it, next time. Bye for now.